We are gathered around Psalm chapter 68. Psalm chapter 68 is a field of triumph for Israel. We have two inspirational texts to understand this psalm. This is the first book of Chronicles. Chapters 15 and 16. This hymn seems to refer to a victorious military march. With sung processional hymn, either you are during the transport of the covenant chest to Jerusalem. What we can read in the second book of Samuel in chapter 6, either you have at the ceremony commemorating this event, either at the start of Mount Sinai with Moses, what we can read in the book of Numbers, chapter 10 verses 29 to 36, and the verses of verse 8 verse 18 to 19, and verse 25 to 26, seems to allude to one of these events. About verse 2 repeats Moses's prayer, every time the trunk left. What we can read in chapter number 10 verse 35, it is of course the book of Numbers chapter 10 verse 35. This psalm is characterized with a jubilation of praise, thanksgiving, historical reminders of prayer, and even impregnation. It expresses the pride of belonging to a God who cares for his people and who reigns over the entire universe. The psalm describes in conclusion the victorious power of God for Israel. We can structure the psalms the way I am. Verses 2 to 7, the honor of God through a concert of praise. Verses 8 to 11, this is a historical reminder. God leads Israel into the desert, what we can read in the book of Exodus. Chapter 13 verses 12 to 15, background allusion to the conquest of the country of Canaan. Verses 16 to 19, God chooses it, dwells in Zion, the image of verse 19 in this text, and may the victorious take prisoners with him, who will be attached to his service. These words are the shadow. From the book of Ephesians chapter 4 verse 8, the idea is to show that the resurrected Jesus, who is now with the Father, distribute gifts to those who are redeemed by making two disciples of the church. Verses 20 to 24, salvation of Israel died from its enemies. So verse 20 to 24 tells us about the salvation of Israel and the death of its enemies. Verse 20 from 5 verse 25 to 28, I say verses 25 to 28, shows us a procession of the assembly in the sanctuary. In the middle, fields and music. Verses 29 to 32 expresses to us the submission of the nations who will bring gifts to the living God. Verses 33 to 37 make an invitation to praise. Let everyone sing of the power and majesty of the awesome God. What is our thought for the day regarding this amount? The proclamation of the gospel must be perceived by the believer as a triumphal march, or the resurrected Christ's presentation by his Spirit leads him to heaven, where he has prepared a place for him. That's it, but beloved, it is because the Lord has placed his heart on us. It's up to you to pray the psalm with the Bible you have. Accompany you in this prayer, and above all, that you can meet him. Thank you very much. God bless you.